Morning, guys. I thought I would come to you with a little bit of a yak session as I start my day today. And we're on the 31st, so tonight is the first of the year. It'll be Happy New Year, and everybody's got their head into it. I see the internet, a lot of us making videos, and we're all getting into a kind of a flow. And it's interesting. I'm getting a lot of an echo board and a lot of stuff that I put out that people are echoing in different ways. They all have their little accent points and how they put it forward, but it makes me feel good because some of this stuff is starting to catch up. You know, they don't want to pat me on the back and give me credit, but it makes me feel good when people start talking about emotions in dog training, right? How much do you give your dog? Now, I am an advocate of communicating to the dog the best that I can with my body language, voice tone, everything I need to get the dog to do what it needs to do in their realm, how they communicate, body language, voice tone. I had a trainer that I watch a little bit now that I realized it took me a while to figure it out, that he was echoing off of me, and he's learned and grown, and but it was because of what he saw me doing, and he was wanting to do videos and getting out there, and now he's almost a better yacker than I am. But I've got some respect for the man, you know. I watch his videos and I see him grow as a trainer, and I see him a lot of the topics that he puts forward. It's interesting, you know, to see that and to understand and to feel that maybe I am having an effect with all my videos on YouTube that hardly anybody watches except the professionals. Other professionals like me are watching it, but the general public doesn't, because the general public wants entertainment. So the music, the sound, the small little TikTok videos. And there's so much going on with the internet right now, it's not even funny, with this new, not new, it's AI, artificial intelligence, but it's exploding right now. All the heavy hitters and the billionaires and everybody are jumping into the pool. There's movement everywhere, and my feed is just blown up on YouTube. It's just like, man. And I've been watching all these different podcasts and trying to understand it, which I don't, but I understand one thing. It's going to be disruptive. It's going to definitely change a lot of people's ability to stay and work. We have an example up here in the high desert. We just had Amazon come in with a place down the way that they're just starting to break ground on. Huge old swath of land, because we were out here in the desert, so there's all kinds of area to be able to do this, but Amazon's coming in. And I start thinking of the jobs and the commerce and things that are going to happen because of that. It's a huge plant. It's really, how do I say it, traffic flow location, you know what I mean? The freeway's right there, the 15 freeway goes right by it. You know, an excellent choice for them to make as far as where they're going to build this out. But with this new AI and everything, Amazon's one of the big players in that area. And going towards robots and going towards all this stuff, the automation and the computerization that are going to disrupt a lot of our economy and take away our jobs, and just, you need to be on it to understand what's going to be affected and where you're going to go in the workforce. Luckily for me, dog training is going to be something that they can't really replace me, and because it takes a human interaction with the dog to be able to do what I do. So that keeps me, and I'm having an ability to say I might be able to stay in a trade that's going to last out. It's going to be solvent through this disruption that's going to happen. And it's happened. They're talking 3 to 5 years, guys. They're saying it's going to come on so fast it's just going to blow people's socks off. And I believe it, because all the billionaires are jumping in and they're throwing. I mean, Elon Musk has just got himself a new place he's put together, and he's just making huge swaths of an aggressive. Amazon's into it, Google's into it, all the heavy hitters. And it's if you haven't seen it yet, and you should be, I mean, they're flooding the stream with it, I'm guaranteeing you. Everybody should be seeing it coming at you, right? And it's very interesting. It's also scary. It's something to have your sights on into the new year and into the next 3 to 5 years. It's going to be disruptive and change the world, not just us in America, right? It's going to affect everything that's going on and how we interact with I'm seeing it online. You look at your my feed to the internet and how it's changing, and YouTube and all this stuff. You can just see it. All of a sudden, it's just, and it works so great. It's like boom, 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 boom. I can ask a question now, and I can talk to it like normal, and I'll get a reply and get exactly what I wanted. I was reading a book, not reading a book. I usually listen to my books now with Audible. I went online and I got one of those heavy hitters that's into this whole area of Silicon Valley and all that whole time. And he wrote a book back in 2012 that's very relevant even today in regards to what he's into. And he's written 4 or 5 books. He's LinkedIn. He's I can't think of his name right now, but it was very interesting. So I'm going to take off. Bye-bye. I've got a phone call coming in.